7 o'clock. What's the next one? That now, not that. Here. This one. Yeah.
Waiting 1 minute till 7 so we can get started, everyone.
That's right. Confetti, the whole thing. So the longest minute. And it is. There we go.
All right, there it is. 7 p.m. We can get started. Hi, everybody. Today is Thursday, February 12th, 2026. This is the Village of Willow Springs Village Board meeting. The time is 7 p.m. and this meeting is called to order. Madam Clerk Charles, can we please call the roll?
Trustee Ara,
Here.
Kennedy,
Here.
Micah,
Here.
Hash,
Here.
Sprinkle,
Here.
Carr,
Here.
President Nedemeyer.
Here, that completes the roll. Thank you, Lori. Let's please rise to the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hey, first item up tonight is disposition of previous minutes. We have in our board pack the meeting minutes from January 8th, 2026. May I have a motion to approve those?
Make that motion.
We have the motion by trustee Kennedy and the second by trustee Sprinkle. Discussion? Roll call vote.
Trustee Ara, Kennedy,
Aye.
Micah,
Aye.
Hash,
Aye.
Sprinkle, Carr.
All ayes and those minutes are approved. On to report. First, village administrator report.
No report this evening.
Thank you, Administrator Grace. Village clerk report.
Yes, the only thing I have this evening again is the food pantry is this Tuesday, February 17th at 3:30 to 5:30 at our community center. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Lori. Next, we move to reports of officials, village engineer.
We have a development for the local service fee project. This is a partnership project with the Miami Township. Scheduled for February 18th coming up. And we also have the development scheduled for the 26th Street resurface fee, February 26th.
Thank you for making sure that those happen, and we look forward to hearing more after they take place. Thank you, Engineer Branstad. Village Attorney?
There's no report this evening.
Okay, Village Treasurer.
Key things I want to pass by. First, everybody's wondering about county's distributing taxes. And so far, we've collected is 85% of our money that they are tax levies. And we were normally expected within 2 months of the due date, somewhere between 90 and 95%. So they still seem to be behind. They sent a letter out and distributing 97% but it hasn't. So and then in terms of our TIF and our road and bridge sheriff, the township, those have not been distributed yet for the second installment. So so in return that pulls out distributing TIF money, so we can't do that until it's received. So but it's better than a month. Second thing, put that in test is fine. Probably outlined for the 2045 engagement statements. Be very clear, there's a lot of data that still needs to be compiled. Like for example, our tax monies come in through March, so so this has some estimates. Or as I just mentioned, in the property taxes, I made an assumption of 90% collections by March 1st, was going to be able to collect it for the number. It's a little higher, a little lower, but it's that good. So, but on the other hand, I think it's hopefully 95, 98% of what it needs to be. you can go through the whole process, but I just like to mainly, highlight a couple of pieces. Revenues and our work, most of our revenues in our budget is pretty good. One of the things that's really popped out this year, I think I alluded to in one of the meetings, was sales tax services have gone, substantially higher. And to put that in context, our budgeting for those two revenues were $900,000, and we've collected $500,000 on $1 million. We're going through some of the information that if you guys read Ryan Mel, for example, there's a process where they're phasing out the use tax, and they're moving it to two different things. If a developer or if a company like Amazon sends you a product from a location in Illinois like Matson to a place in Illinois, Matson gets the tax. On the other hand, if they send that there from the Maryville plant, the big dam there, we get that one. So as you see, the use tax is down. I didn't have a chance to check on just trying to make sure it's reasonable cut. But I think the use tax is, you showed it down 50,000, I think down just $150,000. But so is our switch, we lose 150 based on the per capita distribution from the state, based on our residents in total, then versus what our people are actually spending. So that's a positive about there. I was a little surprised that the taxes were off because you're concerned with the budgeting it. But that I think goes and points to the fact that Illinois is being projected to have, raise favorable years next year. They had for a variety of reasons. So police department fines, I don't know if they're including more in our budget substantially, but another $170,000 above what we had planned. So things are working on this. So and then if you go down the expenditures on the buying, we're all right in line. We do have one line or Ryan's kind of our subjective line item, so we use it for usual things, and we didn't use it much at all last year. That's why we have a surplus. But the only other items, this is policy issue, is we set up the capital improvement funds, and our goals were to put more money in there. So we just weren't living on a year-to-year basis for try to build it up over time. And we had all sorts of different numbers. So I had budgeted and transferred $2,400 million. And you see the bottom line number you purchase for or transfer buys that for. So again, since you got preliminary, that's a judgment of that village what he brings technically next for you. But you can see that all these numbers come as we're just under $7 million up on balance. Put that in context, right? The mayor started in the beginning of the year, she had a fund balance of $345,000. So I think that's very important. Very engaged on the other funds, so there's not much to be focused on. Except I'm trying to really put the picture of everything. On the third page, I would really focus on the top. That's our gas. So a lot of them see a lot of zeros. We're closing out many of the funds. We changed into just basically the general fund, but work funds and class funds. But you can see that the capital projects fund, spent $2.6 million, we transferred $3 million into that beginning cushion of 371 or whatever else we want to touch on. So until you really get to the first couple of numbers, you can't get to this call. And we have a few things that the auditors that we're finalizing on 24 that could have some impacts on this, but I would suggest that the index would be positive and not negative. So again, first thought, but I think there's nothing to worry about in terms of the finances of the village. So if there's questions, even now, if there's specific things that we got to know where Brian and
I just wanted to say I appreciate Dan's effort in trying to control this. I know he's consolidating a lot of funds, which simplifies some of the accounting that we've had in the past. And he's put in a lot of work to get us to this point. And our fund balances have been appreciating over time. So it's all been positive with Dan as our treasurer. So.
Any other questions, discussion from the board? Yeah, these numbers are fantastic. I think that they're numbers that we can all feel really, really good about and feel very proud of. And we're in a really good, healthy spot. And I know that with the property tax distributions being late, many municipalities and taxing bodies have put a lot of pressure on him. And we were fortunate enough to be in a healthy position financially that we could absorb that. So all very good, and thank you for these, and you take us to survey with them, and if you guys do have questions, feel free to ask either Dan, myself, or Lorian, but these are outstanding. Thank you, Dan. And I'll just say too, thank you to the department heads for your role in that, because that's critical. So thank you, guys. Okay. Is that all for village treasurer?
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks, Dan. Okay, we move to reports of standing committees, Finance and Administration Committee, trustee R.
Thank you, Madam President. I'd like to make a motion to approve item 71, warrant number 26-02, dated February 12th, 2026. Payroll and other expenses totaling $857,544.
That's the motion by trustee R. Is there a second?
I'll second.
By trustee Kennedy, discussion?
Yes, just highlighting some of the larger expenses. This warrant contains 3 pay periods, which starts with pay periods that were bridged from December last year to January this year. And that accounted for over 50% of the warrant. Another almost 30% or some of the large ones that are routine in nature, garbage disposal and disposal insurance. There was a payment in there for the tip to extension support and 9/11 justice again. Interesting thing, I think, for people, they see it happening but don't know the impact. There was $30,000 in this one, which is the road salt, and it's not the first time we bought road salt for the season, so they saw it in the seeds. But a lot of this was all budgeted and routine in nature.
Okay, any more discussion on the warrants? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Ara,
Aye.
Kennedy,
Aye.
Micah,
Aye.
Posh,
Aye.
Sprinkle,
Aye.
Carr.
I also wanted to highlight the end of the year video game report. The end of the year, and this is always the staggering amount. Where video game accounted for $44 million spent in the town. And of that, our portion was over $200,000. We had budgeted income of 190, so we exceeded what we had planned. So it was all good stuff in the revenue side of business, but it's amazing to me how much it's spent in that industry in this time. So that and I got to say it's where it needs to be. Trustee Carter's. We're all getting young. Thank you, Friesman.
Okay, thank you, trustee Ara. You're not up the hook again on birthday, that happens later in the meeting. But we'll move now to Public Safety Committee, trustee Kennedy.
Thank you, Mayor. I have no report. Do you have anything to say, Chief?
Actually, I don't, except for just one thing I can't help myself. Good news, bad news. The reason why we had that much revenue is because the cops are out there working. Just an example is last Wednesday, we had 5 officers working over a 24-hour period. And on the cat, there were 27 car stops. So each one of them have to 5 car stops over there. It's exceptional work, which is generating revenue. But by the same token, we're trying to make sure it's the people who live here. Right, so everybody we pay, it's honest.
And making streets safe.
And make it safe, sure.
That concludes my report.
Okay, thank you, trustee Kennedy. Thank you, chief. Municipal Buildings and Grounds Committee, trustee Micah.
Yes, thank you, Madam President. Park and Recs are hosting their free trivia night, February 20th. The doors open at 7:00. And if you'd like to sign up, there's a link on Facebook. So you can, on Willow Springs Facebook, you can look it up and sign yourself up, and you could join a team or bring your own team in. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, trustee Micah. Public Works Committee, trustee Posh.
I would just like to say, don't want to say because Keith will think I'm jinxing him, but thanks to the warm weather, the crew's been able to catch up on a lot of other things. Doing grant, you're moving trees, cleaning up, so, we'll catch a break here for a while and hope it sticks. Other than that, the situation normal is public work.
No.
Oh, thank you. But that's my report.
Thank you, trustee Pash. License and Franchise Committee, trustee Sprinkle.
Thank you. Madam President. Replacing signs with EP signs. And they includes the canopy, which is also the big signs, so all the time for compliance with the regulations. And this
Okay,
second sign permit is also through Furnish View Company, and I think includes the sign, the signage of the, also the, yeah. And the signage are in compliance with regulations, also approved. The permit. Starting permit. This for the Willow Village. HOA Management Incorporated, located at 1968 Arden Springs. They're replacing an existing sign that's damaged in March of 2025. So under the minute, the sign is in compliance with regulations, and also that. And the business license of the application is for Gami Incorporated, located at 501 Liverpool Park Unit 1-2C, and that's in the Curio campus. It's an office that will be dealing with flooring. The insurance and the lease is currently, approved also the business license. That concludes my report.
trustee Sprinkle. Those. We have representatives from all those businesses here and the homeowners association. Thank you for being here. We will get to those in action items in a little bit. So thank you for that report, trustee Sprinkle. We'll move to building and zoning committee, trustee Clark.
Thank you, Mayor. For the secondary set of analysis numbers of building permits and years forecast. So what I'm reading is what is correct. For the month of January 2026, we issued 9 permits. The job costs for those $598,421. That was over the permit fees of $19,610. As far as the annual, it's the exact same as January, so just avoid that. And I felt like we have to see. Thank you.
Thanks, trustee Clark. Appreciate that. We can move now to action items. And our first action item for consideration is approval of the wall sign permit for Willow Springs View located at 8369 Archer. And then the second action item is for approval of their monument sign. I think we have business representatives here. If you wouldn't mind, joining us at the podium to give us an overview of the signs and what they're looking to do with those.
Sure. I'm Jim for the back with this. Converting the gas station from existing Exxon engine, putting up 3 logos, 2 on the sides, 1 on the canopy. It's all provided by the EP. They lay it out, positioning, the size, etc. And then there will be a green bar that runs down the center of the canopy. It's about 1 inch thick. Very standard for gas stations now. They have an illumination. The existing one had a 2-foot high one. that was at the top that was red. BP's is very thin right now for them.
Questions from the board on either action item, I guess, for the wall sign or even open sign?
I had a discussion with the village administrator because I want to be clear about all the applications. This one is just the canopy signs over the pumps. And it doesn't include the building sign over the.
Yeah, so what the application for tonight, there's obviously two different approval items. The one is for the monument sign located at the corner of Archer and Knowlton. That would be using the existing foundation of the monument sign that's there, only replacing the signage that's located, and that's in your packet for you to take a look at. The other approval item is for the canopy. So there would be a sign, BP logo sign on three sides of the canopy, the three outward facing sides, as well as new signage on the gas pumps themselves under that canopy. This approval tonight does not include any signage on the building. If you look at the building now, there's a sign that says Tiger Mart. That has not been submitted for approval yet. That I would expect to come back to this board next month for a third sign approval. So the only action they will be taking, if approved tonight, would be the installation of the canopy, the fuel pumps themselves, and the monument sign on the building. That is correct, right?
Right.
Thank you.
The tiger sign. Yeah. So,
Yes, but no replacement.
Yeah. no-
Yes. Perfect.
Any other? Board discussion? Okay, so then I'll ask for a motion to approve. The. Trustee Sprinkle. I'm sorry, who had the second? Okay, second by trustee Posh. Discussion on the action to approve the first wall plan. Hearing none.
Trustee Ara,
Aye.
Kennedy, Micah,
Aye.
Pash,
Aye.
Sprinkle, Carr.
All eyes, and that's approved. Next, we'll ask for a motion to approve the monument sign for Willow Springs.
I'll make it.
Motion by trustee Posh, second by trustee Carr. Discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Ara,
Aye.
Kennedy,
Aye.
Micah,
Aye.
Pash,
Aye.
Sprinkle, Carr.
All ayes. Thank you. Third action item is a sign permit for Willow's Edge located at 9068 Archer. In case the representatives, thank you for being here. So Willow's Edge is looking to replace their signage that was damaged last March.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we have the sign permit application in our board packs. It looks like this is a replacement. The same signpost holes will be used. And is there anything else you'd like to tell us about the sign that's intended there?
No, so the sign is going to be back in the same, a little bit more modern,
Questions or discussion from the board?
I have a question. I'm looking at the information there on the application, all of the small diamond. The old sign said Willow's Edge, this one says Willow's Edge homeowner. So you've changed the name just a little bit.
so at most we don't have.
Just a little bit different and homeowners
Yeah.
didn't understand. I haven't seen that in the designation for subdivisions.
Any other questions? Okay, I'll ask for a motion to approve the sign permit for Willow's Edge.
I'll make that motion.
By trustee Kennedy,
Second.
second by trustee Micah. Discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Actually, we need to do a roll call vote, don't we? Sorry, let's do a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Ara,
Aye.
Kennedy, Micah,
Aye.
Pash,
Aye.
Sprinkle, Carr.
And that's approved, thank you. More question. Next, we have action to approve a business license for Floor Covers International Bridgeview, Illinois, doing business as Valley Monks Incorporated. Be located at 501 Willow Boulevard, Unit 102C. Is there a representative here? Hi.
And that's the application, it's really, I mean, business learning, I don't
Okay.
I did the arrow thing, but.
Oh, okay, I did not notice that, yeah.
It's just an office here. I don't have material coming in or out. I have warehousing outside of this area with my installation teams. They don't work only between 99 employees. So it's really literally an office space. There is some marketing materials in there, traditional materials that I take to trade shows, home shows, things like that.
And just to sort of echo what's in the application, it looks like you'll be doing business from the planned hours are 8 to 8 weekdays, Saturday 8 to 5 and close Sunday. Okay. No sign is being requested at this time.
No, I think it's just on the inside of the door. I don't think we reviewed lighting on the actual exterior.
Any other questions from board members? Okay, then I will ask for a motion to approve the business license, and we'll make that for Floor Coverings. So Godwin is incorporated, doing business as Floor Coverings International.
I just kind of like it.
Interesting it.
Something relevant, so I thought, oh, it's a weird
Thank you for the motion, trustee Sprinkle. Second by trustee Tosh. Discussion? Roll call vote.
Trustee Ara,
Aye.
Kennedy,
Aye.
Micah,
Aye.
Ash,
I,
Sprinkle, Car.
Business license is approved. Congratulations and thank you. Next is action to approve the purchase of a Polaris Ranger utility vehicle from Shorewood Home and Auto located at 3445 Evansville Drive in Crete, Illinois, in an amount not to exceed $18,923.98. May I have a motion?
I'll make that motion. I'll second it.
Oh, boy.
Motion by trustee Posh, second by trustee Kennedy. Discussion, questions? Okay, to give a background, this is a public works utility vehicle. We have municipal pricing and it is budgeted for in 2026. Anything else, Pete, that you care to add? No?
Is that there's gonna be some upfitting crop for vehicles?
We're gonna use existing plow we have. Winter and a warning on it.
Okay. We have the motion, we have the second. No further discussion, we'll vote please.
Trustee Ara,
Aye.
Kennedy,
Aye.
Micah,
Aye.
Posh,
I,
Sprinkle, Car.
Ayes, and that's approved. Thank you. Next is action to approve purchase of a 2026 Ford Explorer Police Interceptor from Westfield Ford located at 6200 South LaGrange Road in Countryside, Illinois, in an amount not to exceed $45,646.31. May I have a motion
I'll make the motion.
by trustee Kennedy,
I'll second it.
second by trustee Micah. Discussion or questions?
I just had 3 questions. Delivery's been a problem in the past. Is that still?
It is no longer a problem. It's probably 4 to 8 weeks after the order is officially placed. That is still kind of back and forth. It's gotten improved, but it'll still take several months before the vehicle is on the road once it's received.
Just kidding. Thank you.
Any other questions? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Ara,
Aye.
Kennedy,
Aye.
Micah,
Aye.
Posh,
I,
Sprinkle, Car.
Thank you for that. And our final action item is action to approve the purchase of the fitness court for National Fitness Campaign located in San Francisco, California, in an amount not to exceed $115,000. May I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
By trustee Micah. Second,
I'll second.
by trustee Kennedy. I can offer some background on this. This is something that it first came to us in September, this past September. Administrator Grace found this option, and there's been a desire from the board and the residents to get fitness equipment into Lions Park. And this option, if you don't know more about it or you'd like to know more about it, I encourage you to visit nationalfitnesscampaign.com to see what the equipment looks like. There's also neighboring municipalities that have this equipment. And through the hard work of Administrative Grace and our team, we were able to get $60,000 grant money from Blue Cross Blue Shield. So that amount that we would be approving tonight would allow us to proceed with the project. It does include the grant funding that they have secured. So this would allow us to proceed with that. I'll also add that the fitness court is accessible for adults of all ages and abilities and fitness levels. So if you're curious to learn more about it, you can visit their website. This allows us to proceed with the project so that we can work towards giving our community more options for health and wellness outdoors. Any questions from the board about this action item?
You can give it an install date on the
No, that really falls more on our production line. So the action tonight would allow me to make the purchase. Once that's done, it would be 8 to 12 weeks approximately until all of the equipment is shipped to us, and then we store it until installation. It is on us to have there's a concrete pad that would need to be placed for it to be installed on. So that would have to happen as soon as the weather allowed in the spring, and then we would install from there. So the final completion on this, to be realistic, I wouldn't expect it until May or June. And we would do a ribbon cutting to open this once it's completed. So. But that's I think a fair expectation is May or June for the community to use it.
Did they install that equipment?
They have a third-party vendor similar to how we did the other park equipment when we bought it all through New Toys. They had an installer that was not through the same corporation, but a preferred vendor. It's a similar situation here where they have preferred installers that can come out and make it look easy.
Okay.
Lions Park. The expectation is if you're there and you're at the pavilion, I think that's probably your largest footprint. You would look directly to your north, and there's a trail that kind of curves around. As the trail curves, the fitness center would be at that curve of the trail towards the tracks. So it's up near the other equipment, but farther away from the children's equipment.
Thank you. And questions from the board? We have the motion in a second, right? So we can
Yeah,
proceed.
so we can proceed, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Trustee Ara,
Aye.
Kennedy,
Aye.
Micah,
Aye.
Tosh,
Aye.
Sprinkle, Kara.
Thank you. That completes our action items. Is there any old business the board wishes to attend?
There's one thing I forgot to mention. We had a bingo a couple weeks ago, and some of the fun went to police for I kind of ruled that for special Olympics. I guess it went very well. Right. Very nice.
Fantastic.
That's it.
Thank you, Mike, for that. And thank you, Tammy and the police department and Lioness for your work on bingo and supporting Special Olympics and Top Gun Week Up. It's fantastic. Appreciate it. Any other old business from the board? New business? Public comment?
Nobody's done.
That's bingo. I don't think that's before, but I don't think anybody needing to work like the finance fund and stuff and the village should partner, so as well as bring your residents can contribute tickets maybe up at a time. Instead of staying there for a long time and then Will's Green people don't change it.
We can look into options for that. I know it's oftentimes a sellout show, so we will look into options there, Carol. Thank you for the feedback.
Then I there was an elderly lady in town that her daughter was being bring her, and I said, you gotta be there at least an hour to stand outside of me. She's like, are you kidding me? And I said, we looked, she said, we're doing those things, I said, just the guy. You know, and I think it'd be a nice option for those Willow Springs people. Everything, it's a call.
Thanks for that feedback. We'll brainstorm on it.
I was Mr. Something for Willow District, so I have something like work or big trash. So they can start trash days from actually Mondays and Thursdays to Mondays and Wednesdays. We've been getting a lot of complaints in regards to the trash and the buildup of it. It can create a lot of this dust on top that they're so close together when everybody's. So I'm kind of look into that.
We can. I've noted it and we will. Thank you.
Okay.
So just to clarify, I don't want to get too much into it back and forth, but just to clarify, is the problem with the days or?
Yeah, the days are too close together. So
Okay.
Monday and Tuesday.
Okay. Thank you. We'll look into that change. Is there anybody else wishing to make public comment? No? Okay. We have no need for executive session tonight. Last is village president report. Just want to thank everyone for the business of the meeting tonight, and all the hard work that went into it. Feel like we're quickly starting to get things planned for progress and projects that come in the spring. So looking forward to that great start to the year. Our next board meeting is March 12th. Before that, as Tamara indicated, a couple of birthdays to mention. First, we'll mention that he is having a birthday on February 26th. So happy birthday, Tom. And as he said, Trustee Carr is celebrating a birthday. I'm so happy birthday. That's all I had for President's report. May I have a motion to adjourn? By Trustee Koch, second by Trustee Kennedy. Questions, discussion? Now we can do an all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned at 7:36. Thanks, everyone.
Pipes.